User, Jens, and Humph. What? Where is he? Okay then everyone, welcome here into Charging League Racing, better known as CLR. So, let's get underway for today's race then. So, good morning, good afternoon and good evening, wherever you may be in the world. Welcome to Charging League Racing. My name is Gingernaut1007, betterly known as Cal, and today we are bringing you round 6 of Season 4 at the legendary Italian Grand Prix. First hosting a Grand Prix in 1950, Monza is one of the most iconic circuits in the Formula Racing, sharing the title alongside the oldest track, alongside Silverstone, Monaco and Spa. Known as the Temple of Speed, this 5.793km circuit is all about flat-out racing with a long straight and high-speed cornering to test both the drivers and their machines to the absolute limits. Expect plenty of slipstreaming and intense DRS battles with 3 DRS zones playing... No, it's not 3, it's 2. Ignore me. With 2 DRS straights playing into a crucial role in overtaking opportunities. The pit stops here take around 22 seconds, and the strategy could be very decisive. While some will probably opt for the durability of the hards, some might start on the softs, some might even start on the mediums. It's going to be a very split here today. Obviously, with those softs, they're going to be looking for that edge of extra pace. An interesting fact that the boss Max Tier actually told me before the race started is that Monza was, obviously it was on the real life calendar in 2024, and set by Lando Norris was a 1 minute 19.3. And you might be wondering, how is that an interesting fact? That's just a normal lap time for our Monza. Actually, it's a bit slower than we'll probably see here today. The interestingness about this fact is the fact that Sector 1 was a 26.4, Sector 2 was a 26.5, and Sector 3 was a 26.2, making this track extremely consistent in its sector times. So that begs the question, where will our drivers find their pace today? In CLR's history, we have only visited Monza twice before. Both times, though, have provided unforgettable races with a wrecked race the first time we came round here, and that was in Season 1, Round 8. 3-time world champion now, George Gamer, was the first one to get that win in Monza, and he claimed his first ever win here in Monza as we are beginning to see cars go out on track. But on another thrilling Thursday night, in Season 3, Round 6, Race Rower took the top step of the podium, cementing his place in Monza CLR history. With high-speed action, strategy battles and the roar of the engines through our historic straights here today, we are set for a fantastic race. Who will conquer Monza this time out tonight? Let's find out as we have cars out on circuit. Hello, Jens, and it is exciting to have you back, Ellie, in the Twitch chat. If you want to join in Twitch chat, feel free. I will be doing my best to keep up with Jens' absolute waffle. But for the rest of you, I'll be interested to see what you have to say. First out on track is Ellie. Just came into our Twitch chat in the Kick Sauber. Haven't seen her for the last 2 weeks. She's been away. She is now back and she is ready more than ever. Her last time she was here, obviously 2 weeks she's been away for. I believe she had a fairly good result. Let's just double check. I don't want to give you a false information, as I'm going to quickly log on to the Discord, and we're going to have a look at the driver standings, and I can see that she put that kick-stab up to P5. So she, first race, P14, finished. Second race, she Abu Dhabi, retired, but at Bahrain at P5, and that is a lot of long straights, but there's a lot of slow corners, so it's quite similar, actually. Actually, it's nowhere near similar, these two tracks, but very quick, Ellie, and I believe we will see her being very quick here again today. I don't think my mic is working. Is my mic working? Yes. Yes, okay. I had my laptop on mute. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, good. Thank you, Jens. Thank you, Jens. We love you, Jens. Anyway, back to the racing action. Small little worry from there. Didn't want to have a broken headset. Obviously, last week out, I did have a broken headset. I've managed to repair it. Don't have to use the dodgy one that I don't like to use. But currently, we have Ellie, first out on track, as I said. Now she's on a flying lap. She went purple sector 1, obviously. She'll now go purple sector 2, then purple sector 3. Setting the first lap time for everyone to beat. The banker of the field. Sector 2, she's currently done a, what is that, 53.2? 53.3, so she's quick at the moment. Very quick, as that's a beautiful camera angle. She flies down through Ascari 2, I believe that is. I'm going to get these corner names really wrong, but it is known as turn 10, now turn 11. I know this one is a parabolica, the nice long sweeping right. We've seen the CLR in that wall before. We're not seeing Ellie there at the moment, as she comes across the line to do a 20.1. Not the quickest. We'll see her improving. Obviously, as we say, it's a bank lap. She will definitely improve in the near future, as we have other cars going up. And actually, Lucas, 3 tenths off. The other V-carb, 20, 6 tenths off. Lucas is a reserve stepping in for Ricciardo in that V-carb here today. So V-carb, obviously, wanting to stay up there. No, sorry, not Ricciardo. Ricciardo is the man here, 21. He's in the V-carb. Lucas is replacing Bubba. Bubba's taking a day off, and Lucas has stepped in. The Alpine duo, Jens and Max here. We're seeing a lot of duos come across the line, and they have put their cars P2 and 3, which is now 3 and 4, as Nivi, the man we've seen very quick here before, apart from the time that I decided he's not going to be quick and end up in a wall, which is my bad. But he has currently put that Haas up into P1. Psycho Lemmy down in P8 at the moment. He's had a fairly unlucky season, Psycho Lemmy, so far. He's not going to be happy, but this is a time he can change it around. A good track to change it around. He is currently 4 seconds off the pace, as MJB goes 6 tenths quicker than Nivi, currently doing a 19 flat. Very quick lap time from MJB. Already beating what's his name? Lando Norris? Lando Norris pole that time? Yeah, already beating Lando Norris. So, you know, he's quicker than a real-life Formula 1 driver. Well done, MJB. That is Ellie, though, going out for another lap time. You can see she'd only just set her lap time, and she's now going as a car on the track behind her, I think. But she's going again for another hot lap. We will come back to you, Ellie, because right now we're going to look to the other Haas, P8. Dino Stan, he's had a little bit of time off as well, and he has put that Haas up to P8. Probably wants to get a bit more out of that Haas to be up there with his teammates. Who else we got? The Williams duo coming out onto the track, very slow, as I think they want to be together on the track. DRS training like the Alpine boys. We have a new person here today. This is a new full-time driver in the Red Bull. You might be happy to see the back of the other driver in Red Bull, but we won't go any further into that. This is what I'm going to call Banana, I think. I hope you're happy with that, Banana. If you, whoever is in the Red Bull, want me to call you something different, feel free. But for now, I'm going to call you Banana, as you're currently 7 tenths off banker, but he's already improved that Sector 1 by 3.5 seconds, so it's very quick from him. He's going to be looking to maybe chuck it up there. We'll see his pace here today, and hopefully into the foreseeable future, as one of the McLarens has set a lap time. Boomba. Last time, Boomba didn't have the best. Yep, didn't have the best result, retiring. He'd had 2 wins, a P8 and a retiree, so he's got worse, but we can see him already up to P2 as he just cuts the grass like Valtteri Bottas did in Austria, if you remember, all that time ago. Who else have we got on a fast lap? The other McLaren on an out lap, but the other driver, that I want to see on a quick lap is a Raceborough, a very quick driver. We have seen it before. Will we see it again? I think so. Raceborough, currently P12, the first driver, well, not the first driver, one of the last drivers to set a lap time as he comes round turn 11, down towards the start-finish line, and he puts that kick Sauber just ahead of Ellie, so up to P4 and a max tier. So he got a lovely toe off Raceborough, and has put himself up to P5. So good racing from them too. Well, racing, good work, I'd say, from max tier to put his car behind Raceborough for a quali lap and end up giving him a little bit more of an advantage. I think Jens was the one that had the toe in their first stint together. So we will probably see max tier boxing and then being the lead car next time. At the moment though, George Gamer, he is the lead Williams. P13, Reg P14, both haven't set lap times, but Reg is the one that has that extra slipstream, and you can see it setting a purple sector 1 according to my track map. He is flying. With that DRS round here, it is absolutely crucial that you get it in a quali lap, because if you have the DRS, you'll gain multiple tenths. If you're a long-serving CLR Twitch member, you might remember from season 1, me and Sloth, we did this pretty much every qualifying session as he goes, purple Q2, sector 2. My mouth is not with it today, been a busy day. Anyway, he goes purple sector 2, and George is actually holding up Reg. Reg is absolutely flying into turn 11 now. Parabolica, he's turned off his battery, so maybe he's run out. He's going to still cross the line. Will he set a good lap time? Probably, and yes, P2. 3 tenths off of MJB. George Gamer pits. I'm not sure if George Gamer gave Reg a little bit of a hold up, but he definitely gave a lot more of an advantage than he did. As Jen says in chat, it's fine, Twitch, go away. Go away. Jen says in chat that they didn't give each other a toe. Probably should have, Jens. Probably should have. You should have followed what the Williams duo have done, because you can see the benefits that Williams driver has got. Your boy Hobnob, though, a driver that didn't have a toe, and he has still managed to put that car up to P4. 5 tenths off the pace. Very quick from him. MJB, I also don't think, had a toe, and he has put it 3 tenths above everyone else. That just shows his absolute skill and class in sim racing. We have someone in chat. We have Humph wants an invite. Of course, Humph. Of course you can. We want to see you out on track here today. There you go. Sent you an invite. I believe you're going to be in the Mercedes alongside J.O. I'm going to have to call him, because otherwise I'm going to get confused with Gio. Humph's in the session. Humph is here. In chat, we have Tygo. I'm going to call you Tygo. If you want me to call you something different, please feel free. He drops a follow 35 minutes ago, so thank you for that, just before the stream started. And he is in chat. I believe he's a reserve for us now. Joined this afternoon, I believe. So, yeah, nice to have you here. And we'll hopefully see you next week, or even tomorrow if you want to race in CLR Friday, because we like to see everyone joining in whenever they can. At the moment, though, we have Nivi on another flyer, currently P5, 6 tenths off the pace. He'll be looking to go quicker, as one of the, I believe that's a Williams, is just jumping out of the way, and it is. But we'll see Nivi setting a quick lap time in due time, I believe, as we have only got 8 minutes left of this session. So we've got to see. A lot of these bottom drivers, Camilo, Gio, and Humph, need to set some lap times. Obviously, Humph's just joined. Camilo will want to set a lap time, but he's invalidated, so he won't be setting a lap time currently. Gio has also invalidated his lap time, I believe, so he'll be doing another one now. And George Gamer, who was pulling ahead of, pulling Reg along in last stint, is now going to have to set his lap time, but he's not going to get the toe off of his teammate. I don't know where his teammate is, possibly in the pit lane at the moment, but let's have a look in the chat, the left side of your screen, and it is, Reg is in the pit lane. So George Gamer has to do this all by himself. He's quick around here, currently a winner, currently a 3-time world champion. We know he's quick, he is a very, very fast driver. George Gamer currently is only P4 in the standings, with P11 last time out. It's dropped him back quite a bit. He was P2, now P4. Humph needs an invite. I think I done that. I did do that, didn't I? Sorry, Humph. I didn't see your message in the Discord. That is my bad. But I'm going to quickly delete this as well. But I'm now going to continue on having a look at some quick drivers, shall we? As Lucas leaves the session, he might need another invite. But I want to have a quick look at this new reserve. He's currently 1.2 seconds off the pace. He improves by nearly 6 seconds, which is huge. It's a huge improvement. Only 1.2 off the pace. He can come into the pit lane. He's got time. Come into the pit lane and go again. As there is a yellow flag. That's one of the Hasses. Please, is that Nivy? I don't want it to be Nivy. We like Nivy. And it is Nivy. Nivy into the gravel, well not gravel trap, into the runoff area of, which I believe is turn 4-5 complex, which is Scary 1. I believe, no, that's not. Maybe it is. I think it's Scary 1. That's the Lesmos, yeah. Scary 1 in turn 4, he has gone off. Whether that was a little bit of people getting in his way and he had to avoid it, we will probably find out after the race when the FIA jump into action. So we see it all most weeks. We have to have a couple of FIA members jump in and change some results, but we don't like to do it because wild drivers are very clean and it doesn't normally happen very often. Normally, we will see here today though, Monza is a hard track to do, and you know, accidents can happen at the end of the day. B-Carb duo though, P15 and 16, struggling around here in the Temple speed, so they'll be looking to improve. Jo, I missed that, and Ellie both have set fairly competitive lap times. Jo P8, 9, sorry, and Ellie is currently up into P7, so quick lap time. Psycho Lemmy has also improved, as I have the hiccups, but yeah, Jo pulls into pit lane. Psycho Lemmy improves up to P5. That's one of the best qualifiers he's had so far this season, and one of the best results at the moment. He's been a bit unlucky. I think last time out he did have a bit of a comeback and go quite good into the race. P5, so he'll be happy over that. Camilo, on the other hand, has only scored a P8 as his higher result so far this season, so he'll be looking for a definite improvement towards the end of the season, as we have people messaging me. But we're going to continue on with this race. I want to just get Lucas another invite, just in case he has had an internet trouble. I don't think he's online though. No. Okay. If Lucas, if you're in chat and you want to come back in, let me know and I'll send you an invite. But for now, I will just mention that Furious Appy does have a qualifying ban for readying up early. Obviously, it's against our rules, so he took it on the chin. He was like, fair enough, it was my mistake, and he has got the qualifying ban. It's not the end of the world. He'll be able to cut through again. Like we see, he is the driver. You would normally see him at the back of the grid. He's not the quickest. However, he is happily going to take over if people start messing up, causing safety cars. He will happily go thank you very much and stay out of the action and end up getting sometimes a fairly good result and putting himself up in a high position. We have seen him last time round, well, the first time round at Monza, up in P2, 3, 4 positions due to the crazy action that we have seen here. And I think his best result here was at Monza, so in CLR. So he's actually a quick driver around Monza. He might be a little bit miffed with the quali bans that actually ended up in Monza, because he might have actually had quite a lot to show for himself here today, as we can see that Mercedes driver pulling out of the pit lane. That's Humph, who's currently P7, so he's joined late. He's now here. Nivy, though, here's that time that I wanted to see him improving on. I'm a little bit biased. We love Nivy. It is only in P4, so obviously that time he got held up a little bit, and it's put him down to P4, though. Camilo, he's setting his one and only lap time, I would say, at this current point of time. 26.5 he sets for Sector 1. It's not the quickest, but he doesn't have a lap time, and he needs a lap time currently, as there is a very slow dry Mercedes trundling around turn 11. I think he's pulling into the pit lane. Possibly an outlap. No, that is Jo pulling into the pit lane, I believe. We're going to have a quick look at what he is doing. No, it's Humph. Humph, yeah, putting into the pit lane. He invalidates. He'll be getting into the pit lane and going again. Who were we looking at? We were looking at Camilo. He has just gone purple Sector 2, according to my track map. Psycho Lemmy retires from the session in pit lane, which is interesting. And Camilo goes very wide through Ascari 2. That is turn 10. Somehow manages to keep it valid in apparently in track limits. But towards turn 11, into Parabolica, this will probably be his last lap time if he continues to complete it, as he's going to be coming across the line in just half a second about now. Puts that Ferrari up to P10, 6 steps off the pace. We've seen him do quicker, we've seen him be better, but he's more of a racer, not a quali, however you want to say it. So we'll definitely see him improving in the race, I think. If he stays out of the action, he will be perfectly okay as he flies through turn 1, 2 complex. That's very quick. Williams duo, just sitting out of the way. Who is that lead Williams duo? Of course, it is going to be Reg, as they're really messing about. There's a Haas coming, be careful, boys, in that Williams. I don't know who that Haas is. I think it was Dino Stan. They need to be careful there. They could get a little bit of trouble if they hold up them quick drivers, as that is Banana also off track, following what Nivy did. As long as he hasn't lost his wing, he should be okay, and he doesn't hold anyone up. It is beginning to get quite busy out on this track, as everyone is on an out lap pretty much, apart from a few of our drivers. Yeah, that leaves Captain as the only one. Nope, he's now out. So everyone is either on an out lap or a flyer that is still in this session. So it's quite a busy track. 17 cars we have out on this track. No, sorry, 16, as Psycho Lemmy has retired. 16 cars out on track. A lot of them going fast as well. One of them going fast is Gio, who is currently 5 thousandths up through Sector 1. Now Sector 2 has invalidated and hasn't improved much. 20 though, looks like he's retiring on the side of the track in towards Ascari 1, or he's just really cutting the grass like we saw Reg doing. I think he's just chilling out. He needs to be careful with that Haas, and he does jump out of the way as he flashes past you. That Haas driver looks like he's getting ready for a nice flying lap. But we can see, if we go towards Dyno Stand currently now, the Dutchman is in the train, and ahead of him he has a Red Bull, and that is a Banana, so he's going to be getting DRS. But then behind him is the Williams duo. Reg is ahead of George, as we expected, but Reg is so far ahead, I don't think George is actually going to get the advantage. So will Reg abandon this lap, as he's already set a pretty good lap, and continue? But that is a retiree of Camilo. We're going to look at Banana, who cuts the turn first Ascari. Yeah, Camilo's had a very bad spin and has already crashed out. So that's his qualifying well and truly over for now. But we're going to continue to look at some flying drivers. The first one, I believe, to set a flying lap will be Boomba. He is invalidated. He might have enough time to go again. He does, but he doesn't have enough fuel. So that is Boomba's qualifying well and truly over. Next, it will be a Dyno Stand, as I believe Banana has gone off track and lost a lot of time. So Dyno Stand will be the next driver, and the first one we will see in this rush of the end of qualifying to set a fast lap time. And then it will be the Williams duo, so be ready, as this is about to get absolute chaos. And I'm going to have to try and commentate over a 16 driver setting absolute stonking lap times. So, through turn 11, here comes Dyno Stand in the Haas. Run out of battery now. Obviously, you're going to run out. P14, as there's a very big amount of wing damage flying out the back. I think that was George Gamer. Possibly also, yeah, Banana and George Gamer causing a collision, and he loses 5 positions. So that's going to be bad for Banana. George Gamer not going to be happy, because I think that's ruined his lap time. Reg, Boomber, and MJB all finish their lap times, keeping MJB at the top. 20 also comes across the line. He doesn't improve. Next across the line is Nivi. He abandons his lap. Then we have a Kick Sauber of Set Race Roller. Does he improve? He's run out of battery also. Coming across the line, he does improve up to P5. Next was the Alpine of Max T up to P7, now P8. As I believe Hump's now gone up to P4. And the teammate of Max T, Jens Jordan Hall, up to P11. He hasn't improved too much, but he will definitely be a little bit higher up. Then we have your boy Hobnob. He improves by 2 tenths. So impressive from the other McLaren driver. And that leaves no one else. So that is qualifying over. That's very quick. Very quick little bit of qualifying, but that has changed our grid massively for the start of round... Oh, that's a messing front wing on that Red Bull. Changed the grid massively for the start of round 6, season 4 of the Monza Grand Prix. Ellie in chat saying that she's crashed at Ascari, was only improving by 2 tenths though. Unlucky, Ellie. 2 tenths though. Would have actually put you up and towards P6 region, actually. So P10, you would have been P6, near your teammate, actually. So, unlucky. If you've had that pace in qualifying, though, we will probably see you carry it into the race. For now, I'm going to run a minute 30 advert, as George Gamer needs to get ready for the 2-minute break between qualifying and the race. I'm going to have a quick sip of water whilst we have this break, and we will see you ready for the formation lap. Oh. Okay. Whew. I will continue to chat. Just for anyone to, just for anyone to doesn't get the advert, just to listen in. Giro Atom wants to join in. We have a lot of esports drivers in the Discord, and some of them will want to join in. No, you're too quick, Atom. We've seen you here before, and you're rapid, mate. You're absolutely rapid. George Gamer is currently waiting the 2-minute timer. We will hopefully see the 2-minute timer commence. I think it is at the moment, as there's a waiting for server. Just waiting. We're going to get ready for what will be the formation lap. It's still waiting for players in the top left. I'm not sure what we're waiting for, if anyone's readied up or not. I'm just looking in the Discord. I'm sure if someone readied up, there will be a lot of screaming. Going, who's readied up? Who's readied up? And I need George Gamer to tell me if something's happened, as there is people typing in chat, and I do hear a countdown. So someone has readied up early. Not sure who. I am just going to listen for George's command of what he wants to do. Dino Stan apparently does it, but this is a formation now. I'm just want to wait out for a second, because I'm not sure this race will go ahead yet. I think it is. I think this race will go ahead, and the formation app will go underway. I am leaving it to George as I put him in charge. And Jen says in chat, he needs luck here. I need chaos. Jen, you'll get luck. Don't you worry. We are at Monza. Luck is going to be happening. That, I think, is a Reg ghosting, so I will invite him again, as I believe he is lagged out. He is online. So I'll invite Reg, try and get him back into this lobby, as he's currently in P3, so I don't want to miss out, as that is a very good result for him at this current point. I'm going to turn my mic overlay off, just so I can actually see the figures. But for now, I'm going to put this to position change, and we're going to get ready for this qualifying race, as that is Nivi and Raceborough having contact through the formation app. But I'm going to do a little chat about Monza just again. So Monza is 11 turn track. It's a very fast one. 2 DRS straights, not 3 as I said in the intro. 2 DRS straights. Very quick track with the DRS straights, and you need to have that DRS training. Fall out of DRS train, you can easily pull ahead. Stay in the DRS train, you'll be in for a very long fight. We talked about the strategy, and it has come out to everyone starting on the mediums. Will they go onto the softs or hards? We will see later on. Furious Appy, though, on the hard, so he'll have a bit more pace towards the end. Red Bulls, they have been not the best qualifying. Obviously, Furious Appy of the Quali ban, and then Banana, the spin, taking out George Gamer, and that has ruined George's qualifying. Obviously, Banana being shafted with a 5-place grid penalty, as we expected. But for now, we are warm up towards the back. Our last one to be on the grid will be Banana. I just want to see if Reg has responded. No. So Reg doesn't respond. He doesn't have... No, I've sent him an invite, Reg. So if you want to come back, please do, because we want to see you joining back. But for now, we are going to the 5 big red lights that will ignite the silence for round 6 of season 4 at the Monza Grand Prix. MJB on pole. That McLaren eagerly staring down the inside, as we're going to go to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big red lights. As now pure adrenaline down in changes all up and down the grid. It looks absolutely carnage, but at the moment there's changes. It looks like Reg bombing it down to the back of the pack, ghosting at the front. Boom again past Hump, and Hump up to P1. Looks like he's cut the corner though, as there's a lot of carnage in turn 2, as there's a lot of changes as well. So we're seeing a lot of carnage. Hump up to P1, now down to P3. So that's a bit of a mistake from him. Gets a corner cutting pen in turn 2. Your boy Hobnob up to P1. MJB drops with Nivi and Raceborough, the two that crashed in the formation lap, fighting it out. They're going to be a little bit of heated between them, but Nivi does stay behind Raceborough. Psycho Lemmy in P7. Changes at the back. George Gamer and Banana jumping up to P13 and 14 respectively. It looks like a lot of drivers have dropped down to the back. Reg and Lucas both on disconnect. J.O.'s had a bit of a poor start and has been put down the grid a little bit as well. 20 drops down, and yeah, here's your position changes. Banana up 5 positions, so good start from him as MJB takes the lead again. We're going to run up to the top so we can show you this fight. It looks like your boy Hobnob has lost out in Ascari 2, but it doesn't matter because he's now going to have the slipstream, as we spoke about. We know how powerful he is. Into turn 11, this is now Parabolica on the inside. MJB, lovely room given there, so good race between these two, but puts the traction down well much earlier, and he keeps the lead for now. Will your boy Hobnob be on the back of him? Of course he will be. Goes to the outside, down the straight, as we are watching them fly towards the camera now as they fly past. Not just these two, though. We're going to go 3 wide. Hump sticks up the inside. MJ Blue loses out as you see the boy, that's not your boy Hobnob, that's Boomer going off. He's dropping down the grid. So Psycho Lemmy, a little bit of action. You see Boomer going off and off cross of the little Z acts of the I am losing my voice already. Off the off bit, whatever you call it, I've forgotten. Hump goes through Ascari 1 on your boy Hobnob though, up into the lead. A lovely cam from the sky there, down watching Hump's move up into P1 on turn 4. So good moving from them. Camilo DNFs though. That is in Lesmo 1 and that brings out a safety car. Thank God I can now stop and try and bring some words back into my mouth because I have butchered this start. But that is Camilo out. There's a lot of carnage at the start of this race. I said there will be. I didn't think it would be this chaotic. I think the FAA will busy tonight as George Gamer and Furious Appy switch at the back of the pack, as there is a lot of lag from that Williams car of George Gamer. But there's chaos at the start of this Grand Prix. I will just check to see if everyone is okay in Discord. I think there'll be a lot of annoyed humans and other people, but Reg wants an invite, so I'll send him another one. As not Master Death Teddy, please don't join that, I'm sorry. But yeah, that is George Gamer put into pit lane with wing damage, and so does Boomba. We saw it in turn 1 in lap 2, going down the outside, and I think he's hit someone, and yeah, that is a front wing change for the McLaren driver. Reg also into the pit lane. He's an AI, and he's boxing. Lucas also an AI. Ellie pit just in lap 2. And yeah, she put into lap 2 and she has been put down the back of the grid. But obviously, safety car will be brought back into it. I'm going to try and remember what I was talking about, as in chat, it is Tygo saying, come on Banana, given a race car, we're using some channel points. So thank you for using your emoji. Ellie in chat, instant wing damage as everyone comes to a stop at the apex of turn 2. Yeah, I think there was a lot of chaos at the start of turn 1, I think, Ellie. Yeah, there was, I think Humph went across the inside of turn 2 on the first chicane, and yeah, it has caused a little bit of chaos towards the back of the grid. Did I see wing damage on the front of that Mercedes on its right end plate? No, I didn't. I'm just seeing things. But I'm going to try and bring my words back because I absolutely butchered the start of this race. Yeah, been a busy day. Busy day for me, but we'll continue with other commentary and I will try my best. Currently, Banana, who we saw having a little bit of a shocker in qualifying, taking out George Gabriel, is currently up to P8, so 11 positions gained. And yeah, very impressive. Psycho Lemmy almost makes a move, which is a bit odd. But he's dropped a position. MJB dropping 1, and Humph is your race leader at the moment. And then we'll go through your race. We'll just go through the grid, shall we? Humph's in P1. You then have your boy Hobnob, also known as Captain, in P2. MJB P3. Set Racebro with a good start to P4. Nivy up to P5. Max Tip bombs it down towards the outside of turn 11. The Alpine Giro P6 and 7. Banana up to P8. Reg retiring from the session, which is a real shame, because I did invite him, but I think his AI has just blatantly retired him. Yep, I think it has. Anyway, continue on for our grid. Psycho Lemmy into P9. Dino Sam, a big improvement from 4 positions up. So is the driver behind him, 21, 4 positions up. Jo, P12, gaining 1 position. Furious Appy, we said it. If he avoids the chaos, he can improve, and he's gone from P18 up to P13. George Gamer changing his wing under the safety car, down in P14. Same for Boomba, down in P15. Ellie changing her front wing before the safety car. She's now caught back up. She was 22 seconds off the pack, and she is now down in P16. Lucas isn't actually here. He's disconnected in qualifying, so he is just on the back, as there is a position change again. I think that's Furious Appy and Jo. Yeah, I think we're going a little bit slow safety car, so you want to speed up a little bit, Miranda. I don't think our drivers would mind that much, as there is a lot of chaos at the start of this round 6 Monza Grand Prix. More than normal. Yeah, we will see how this goes. I'm just going to have a quick check on the Discord again. Doesn't look like anything has happened just yet. I'm sure we will see action afterwards, though. Continuing on, though, I'm going to have a quick sip of water before the safety car comes in, because it could be this lap. Oh, I think it will be this lap, as you go across Sector 2 line, and it is. So Humph is now in control of our field. He has 16 eager drivers wanting to get ready again, and yeah, he is the one that will get us going on towards a lap 5, which will be when we restart this Grand Prix. You can see, as the kick Sauber comes around the corner, all your drivers, and now, sorry, the V-Carb as well, on one straight. That is a sight to see as they weave from left to right to left to right. Some of them just staring down the drivers in front of them. That is a beautiful sight. I will just quickly get rid of that so you can have a little screenshot, because that is beautiful. As I accidentally pause it, but you can now see this. We're going to get going now. Humph ahead. MJB and your boy Hobnob are looking right up that gearbox. we are now going to watch them come. And Humph has already got going. Jo falls down the grid, so he's clearly had an incident at the start of this restart. But there's a lot of action at the back. I want to see the front action because that is where we want to see position changes and the most points are given out. As MJB looks to the inside, stays behind, and it looks fairly still at the moment. As no, Max Tier looks for a move around the outside of the Red Bull. Red Bull, though, up to P6. So he's very quick, that Banana Man, in the Red Bull. The reserve, he joined recently, literally this afternoon, and he's racing a very, very fast and very, very hard. Other than that, I think there's a couple of position changes and wing damage at the back of the pack. Jo losing a front wing, I assume. Either that or he's just had a little bit of an incident. And the people at the back have had a little bit of a coming together. They have fallen off of the DRS train, so they're going to have to get back into that before DRS comes back into this race, which will be into lap 6. But otherwise, they're going to be stuck back there for most of this race. Humph does keep the lead, though, past the safety car restart. He does have the 3 seconds, though, from the start of this race. Will that affect him towards the end? We've seen it before. We will probably see it again. But for now, we're going to watch your boy Hobnob, also known as SNRS Captain in the McLaren, watch down in towards P11. Ahead of him, Humph is what he was watching down, but he now to be watching his mirrors as MJB is all over the back of this McLaren driver. They will probably go 3 wide as they are all very quick drivers, and we will probably see them going 3 wide in due time. Your boy Hobnob, will he look to the inside? Yes, he does, into turn 1 on the inside of the Mercedes driver. Will he make it stick? He's already ahead by turn 2, and that is him into P1. MJB, will he pick up the scraps? No, he does not. Racebrower, though, he might pick up the scraps with MJB just sitting there watching the video with a bucket of popcorn, and Racebrower doesn't want to do that. He wants to get a move on. Does he look towards the inside of the Scary 1? No, he does not. For now, this is your top 4. Your boy Hobnob, Humph, MJB, Racebrower, and Nivy joins in P5. He is right behind. He's got a bucket of popcorn. He'll be getting ready to pounce on any action that we may see in the minutes. Currently, though, Alpine Duo, 7th and 8th. Very quick, these two. They have the Banana ahead of them. Jens, round the outside, down DRS straight 2. Well done, Jens. Jens Jordan Hall up to P6. Max Tier as well. Alpine Duo making the move on the Banana in the Red Bull. Very quick, these two. We now got to see them joining in with the front fight. They'll be working together. Well done, you two. Up to P6 and 7. Banana losing 2 positions. Unlucky Banana. But the Alpine Duo have definitely worked their magic. But for now, MJB looks up the inside of your boy Hobnob in the McLaren. He's absolutely flying, MJB. Will he be the one that gets DRS? I don't think so. No, he isn't. And it is Humph and your boy Hobnob that get it as they go 3 wide. Set Racebrower, though, looks to the outside, and he's on now throwing 4 wide, 6 behind, and it ends up going Noah's Ark 2 by 2. Ends up with Humph coming out ahead. Racebrower getting past MJB. MJB falling 3 positions in the space of 1 straight and 1 corner. Racebrower, though, gains 2. So well done to the man from the Netherlands. We've seen him here in CLR for quite a while. He's a very loyal member to the CLR, been here for the ups and lows. He's up to P2. Well done, Racebrower. Very good action as we have Humph right ahead of him. Ooh, the interesting bit though, Jens, he's absolutely flying. He is closing up quite drastically on this top 5 fight, and we might see a fight from P1 all the way down to P14 if George can close up on Furious Happy, and I'm sure he can. It is George Gamer, 3-time world champion, but we do need to have Jens closing up on this front 5 fight to have that DRS train the entire way. For now, though, MJB, who just lost 3 positions at the start of this lap, wants to gain 1 back before the end of this lap as he looks to the inside, doesn't have enough overspeed on the McLaren ahead of him and stays behind. For now, Racebrower, what I missed, I believe on the second DRS straight, has got past Humph. For going on to lap 8 now, Humph will have DRS. So, will Humph go to the inside? Will he go to the outside? Or will his mirrors be flooded by the McLaren driver? No, the McLaren driver has the Aston Martin. As we're watching up ahead, Humph makes the move on Racebrower towards the inside. We can see them going side by side, and Humph has the lead by turn 1. He's just got to defend it through turn 2, and he is away. So, good fighting between these two at the front of the field. Going through turn 3, it's a long sweeping right corner. Racebrower is still there. Does he look to the outside? Of course he does. It's Racebrower. He will get that position if he knows he can get it, and he has got it. He is now ahead of P2. Good fighting between these two. We will probably see this all race long. But Looking behind, you have Nivi still sitting there with a bucket of popcorn, and Jens doesn't have time for popcorn as he is going to be closing up as hard as he can with his teammate right behind him. Will they be able to drop Banana in the Red Bull? We will see. They will want to, but if they can, that is a different story. As we see Ellie getting past Dino Stan, Ellie up to P11, so she's bringing herself back up. Boomba as well up to P10 after having to change his wing after a little bit of a silly move to the outside of turn 1, and he loses his front wing. And driver we haven't seen jumping back up the field though is George Gamer down in P14 to be struggling quite drastically, and that is because he has lost his front left end plate. George Gamer, the driver we've seen with 3 World Drive Championships and a race win here, is down in P14, and that is probably going to be where he will roughly finish this race, unless the tables turn. In CLR, the tables like to turn, and we might see him with a drastic improvement. But for now, Boomer's getting past the Red Bull. Banana, looking to the outside of 20, has probably a flashback of what happened on that lap 2, and stays about behind. I don't blame him. Banana has got back past him due to that. Up ahead, Raceborough still holds the lead off of Humph, your boy Hobnob and MJB, then Nivi. Jens has stopped gaining on the front 5 and begin to lose out. Obviously, without that DRS, he will not be able to gain as much as they will. Boomba's watching the back of the sister Red Bull team, and then the back, ahead of him is the actual Red Bull team. Banana and 20 fighting out, and Boomba wants that position. He's going to be absolutely screaming in the sky. He's going to be a heated McLaren driver, as he has now got DRS around the outside of the Red Bull driver towards Ascari 2. He does go for the move. He goes to the inside. This is turn 8, so he's going to make the move. Cuts the corner a little bit and does have to stay behind because that would have been a legal overtake. But through turn 10, he has all the right to go for this move. We are watching through the helicopter cam towards turn 11 now. He's going to have that overspeed going side by side into Parabolica. Does he have the traction on the outside line? It is a good line to have the traction on, and he does plant it. As Banana pushes him fairly aggressively, and it has pushed Banana down past behind Ellie. So Ellie jumps behind ahead of Banana. That might have been a little bit bad from Banana, giving Boomba a bit of a push, because I think that was just off the limits of what you can do. Race Brower has just been done, though, by Humph and also your boy Hobnob. And that is someone else going off wide. I think that is Race Brower, his teammate Ellie, getting a 3-second time penalty. And Nivi, the man I said was just sitting there with a bucket of popcorn, has put the popcorn down and has made a move. He's now past MJB and Raceborough. Max here, though, he's going for a move on the MJB. They're the Alpine duo having a switcheroo, and now MJB is just a switcheroo on the boss himself. So the boss himself, P6, looking for that move on MJB. Does MJB have wing damage? It looks like it. Front right end plate is disappeared into the Shadow Realm. Will Max here get past as soon as possible? I would think so, as Jens will want that position otherwise, because I think they switched, and if Max here can't get past, Jens will. Jens will definitely try his best. The unlucky driver, also known as the Great Dane, also known as Jens, also known as Sloth's wife, will want that action ready to go ahead. But Boomba has got past Banana, we've missed it. He's now going past 21, Ricciardo in the V-carb, up to P8. He pit right at the start up to P8. Very good recovery so far from McLaren. His teammate looking for a move at the front of the field, up in P1 now. He's up to P1. As there's a lot of action, that's Banana down in the pit lane and Jens. Them two changing front wings, or they might just going on for an early pit stop. We will see in a minute, as we want to see the front action. As yeah, Nivi is still in DRS. I want to see, does Jens change his front wing? No, he doesn't. Does Banana? No, he doesn't, but he does have wing damage. So that does make it a bit interesting, them two going for the undercut. If you don't know what an undercut is, when you pit earlier, then your competitors around you. So if you pit earlier, you get the fresh tyres, the better grip, and you'll be able to go a lot quicker. But it also means they'll be on fresher tyres when they come out, as Furious Appy sends it up the inside of George Gamer. That is a brave move, but very much well within his right to do so. Through turn 4, Furious Appy absolutely flying past a 3-time world champion. Congratulations, Appy. I'm proud of you for doing that. That might be a TikTok if you're lucky. If I caught that in time, that was a very, very good move. Dino Stan, currently in P10, he's just chilling with a 3-second time penalty, with Ellie right ahead of him. Does Dino Stan go to the inside? No, he does not. George, though, wasn't happy about Furious Appy getting past him, and he does get back past, so fair enough. These two fighting hard. Dino Stan has got past Ellie, and that's because Ellie makes a mistake through Ascari 2 out on the outside of turn 10, goes well wide and loses 3 positions. Dino Stan, George Gamer, and Furious Appy. Up ahead, MJB doesn't pit. Oh no, sorry, he does pit. So does Race Blower. But that has put Max Tier up into P5 with Boomba flying past. Where did he come from? Boomba absolutely flying up to P4. That's a good recovery from him so far. Hump up to P1. Gio with a 10-second time penalty for spinning the pit lane. Furious Happy is back past George Gamer. He's doing an absolute blinder. George Gamer go with the switchback up back into P8 through the first chicane. So these two going hammer and tong. Jens Jordan with the undercut that we spoke about. He's come miles out ahead of MJB, who had to change that front wing. Psycho Lemmy also pit early on. He's got out ahead of MJB. And Gio, who has got the 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane, is out in P16. What a crazy race so far. MJB down in P15. We all probably want to see these front pack beginning to pull into the pit lane as soon as possible now, as they're going to begin to lose heaps and heaps of time as Jens Jordan Hall looks very, very quick. It's not Jordan Hall, I think it's Jord Hall. I keep on butchering it, and I know he'll tell me off after this race for saying his name wrong, but I might just keep on saying Jordan Hall just to annoy him. Love you really, Jens, love you really. But continuing on with this race, we always see Hump and your boy Hobnob pitting. Yes, we do. Nivy follows in. Will we see Boomba? No, he won't, because he pit lap 2. So here we're continuing on, possibly to the end. And crucially, your boy Hobnob gets a 10-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. We will just show you who's pit so far, and this is your pit stops. So George Gamer and Boomba, who have already pit, currently net P1 and 2. No, they're not. Furious Happy is back past in the Red Bull in towards turn 1 of lap 13. It's back into P3. I said it before at the start of this race. Furious Happy, if he stays out of the action, I know he's in pit yet, so it's not his net position, but he's up to P3. I'm very proud of the man from the Netherlands, Furious Happy, in the Red Bull, side by side with George Gamer, 3-time world champion, versus Furious Happy. They're going side by side in towards Ascari 1. Does they get the lead, George Gamer? He does. They both have front left wing damage end plates missing. But these two doing an absolute show for us. Currently though, Boomba, George Gamer, Humph, your boy Hobnob, Race Boy Nivy, Jens, Max Tier, Banana, MJB, Lemmy, Dunistan, GAO, Ellie, who had to pit again, probably for damage, and Lucas is your current grid. I know I missed out 20 and Furious Happy, and that's because they got to pit yet. So net is your grid. These two will probably come out in towards the back of the pack, as they will lose out massively due to their tyre wear. And obviously having to pit is about 22 seconds, as stated at the start of this Grand Prix. For now, we want to see the action. Jens Jordan Hall has jumped up to P9, jumping his teammate. MJB, though, side by side. No, he's not, as Psycho Lemmy keeps the lead. Also getting the 3-second time penalty, so he keeps the lead of Lemmy. And then Lemmy goes wide and hits the wall, and that is outside the exit of turn 10. So Psycho Lemmy, we've seen it before here, and we've seen it again. He goes wide, where we were riding the world with Gio. He's had MJB behind him, probably looking at his mirrors too much, and has ended up chucking that car into the wall. Ricciardo in the V-carb with a lovely, lovely VSC pit stop, so he's going to have a massive advantage, as I just need to restart an Xbox party quickly, otherwise people in the game will hear me and annoy them. But that is a VSC. Lemmy retiring causes a VSC. So, for now, this is your grid. If that was a safety car, Boombo had been a very, very angry man. As it's just a virtual safety car, everyone just has to match the delta and do not break the delta. Break the delta, you will get hit with a drive-through penalty. That's 22 seconds added to your name, and you do not want to have that on your conscience for the end of this race. This is your current tyre status. Boomba, George Gamer, and Furious Happy with quite worn tyres. Been on these tyres for a long time. Everyone else, however, is on fairly fresh and new spanking tyres, apart from Lucas. But Lucas isn't actually here at the moment, he's disconnected. Will we see the safety car coming in soon? I hope so, because I want to see some racing action once again. Possibly between these lot. Humph has possibly got the best position currently. I know you might be thinking, no, Boomba does. P1's the best position, is it not? Yeah, but does he have the tyre advantage that the rest of them do? He does not. VSC is now over. No one got a drive-through penalty, so well done from all of them. It's hard to do on this game, but we will probably see a change for P4 as these two are very close. The Alpine duo do make a switch. That is Max Tier flying past Jens Jordan Hall up to P9. Will we see them switch again? Possibly, as that is the change between your boy Hobnob and Hump up in P4. I want to see these lot, 20 and the two Alpines, flying down straight 1 towards the turn 1. of lap 15, and 20 has been done by both the Alpine duo, as they'll be looking up and ahead to try and gain on the front pack now. At the back of the pack, it's a little bit quieter. MJB, though, he's probably not very quiet, as he is down in P11, having changed that front wing and getting shafted quite hard through this safety car, and a lot of just bad luck so far after round lap 10. So he'll be looking for the luck that he had to start this race to continue further on now, as he has got to get past 20 and the Alpine duo now, because he wants to close back up to these a lot at the front, as he loses heaps of time through this race. We're going to put this to leader, so you can see Humph cutting away, and your boy Hobnob at the time of Boomba. So 13.4 seconds out at the moment. We will watch that coming in the foreseeable future of how that changes. For now, though, your boy Hobnob has to get past Furious Appy on track. He needs to be careful, because that looks like Furious Appy might be putting into the pit lane, and he is. So Furious Appy pulls into the pit lane, puts your boy Hobnob and Hump up to P3 and 4, but they're going to switch once again. Hump up to P3. We expected to see this, because these two are just going to keep on fighting and switching between each DRS straight. I said at the start of the race as well, the Ferrari duo having extremely poor luck so far this season, both of them retiring around this weekend. So yeah, the poor luck continues once again. Down in the middle of the pack, MJB gets past 20, and Banana, the Red Bull senior team, looking for a move also on 20. Does 20 have worn tyres, or is he just struggling massively? No, he's actually got fairly fresh tyres. He's just struggling quite a bit here. So Banana right on the back of him at this current point in time. Dino's standing P12, so he's just got a little bit of a quiet race to carry out for now. But up at the front, Boomba with a 10-second lead. He is quite comfy at the moment, 10 seconds ahead of three-time world champion George Gamer, who has then only got 2-second gap to Humph. They have gained the duo of Humph and your boy Hobnob about a second on your Bob? It's not Bob, it's sorry. They've gained about a second on Boomba that lap. And if there is 10 laps to go, Boomba is set for another race win, which will be his third one in CLR Thursdays. I'm just trying to stop laughing at the fact that I was called Boomba Bob. Sorry, Boomba. I might have to continue to call you Bob from now on. That's going to be your nickname. I've nicknamed Boomba Bob. So continuing on anyway. The McLaren duo, P1 and 3, so them two flying. Reggie in chat saying, go on, George. But he's bigging up his teammate, as George Game was actually doing quite well to stay ahead of the two drivers behind and actually not lose too much time. But for now, MJB has got past the Alpine duo, as there's a Red Bull going off wide. There's 20 pushing the senior Red Bull wide. He doesn't want to give up that position that easily. But yeah, MJB is ahead of the Alpine duo, who have been pretty much together all race long, and Maxter is now the one behind. So will they stick with MJB, keep that DRS and catch back up to the front? Maybe. Only 10 laps to go of this 27 lap race, so it's going to be quite a challenge. Up ahead though, P3 and 4, your boy Hobnob and Humph will probably get DRS onto lap 18 now, as they are closing rapidly on George Gamer. 10 seconds is the gap between him and Boomba, but these two, the McLaren and Mercedes, will definitely be getting rid of this Williams as quick as possible and hunting down that other McLaren. We might see a possible McLaren 1-2 here today though, as they are a very competitive team and duo driving in this beautiful papaya car. And yeah, George Gamer has been done by one of the McLaren and by two of the Mercedes. So George Gamer, obviously with front wing damage, being on those tyres for a long time, was expected. He's now got to try and hold himself ahead of Racebrower and with these duo, but it doesn't look he will. With that front wing end plate damage, I don't think he'll be able to do too much. If he boxes now, he might have a bit of a recovery time, but it is also the challenge of if there's a safety car, he might be ruined. So George Gamer just needs to play his game as hard and clever as he can. Looking at penalties as well though, the two ahead of him, Hump and your boy Hobnob, have got fairly big penalties. Your boy Hobnob with an even bigger penalty at the moment. That's huge, 10 seconds. You don't want to see that for no matter who you are. So 10-second time penalty is pretty big. Anyway, we have the Alpine duo still sticking with MJB at the moment. So I quickly stopped the drink, otherwise I don't want to have a voice tomorrow. Still sticking with MJB, actually maxed here, not but Jens is. So Jens is playing this game very well, as there's a yellow flag at the back of the pack. That is Furious Appy, I believe, and Ellie. Ellie, ooh, 10-second time penalty for Ellie for a severe collision. That's harsh. But that might not stand, but it might do if there was a severe collision. But it looks like Ellie's come out worse and dropped back a little bit. And she has kept her wing intact. But Furious Appy, P13. Ellie, P14. Jo, haven't actually commentated over Jo before. He joined last week, or maybe the week before. The week before, I wasn't here. I think that was Sloth in charge. And then he didn't come last week, and he is now here this week. Up ahead, though, Jens Jordan Hall, the man himself from the Danish land, is looking for a move on MJB. One of our quickest drivers, getting multiple wins this season already, MJB. Jens, he's already fighting him towards through turn 3 towards turn 4. Jens goes to the inside of a Scary 1. Oh, he doesn't. He sticks behind. Jens knows that MJB will happily put him along if Jens just sits behind and does behave himself a little bit. But Boomba up ahead has still got an 8-second lead. We've got 8 laps left to go for today's race, and Boomba continues to hold this lead quite comfortably. And with the 2 behind him, Jens has got past MJB. We'll come back to that action at the front. Jens is up to P7, and Max Tier as well might be looking for a move on MJB, and it looks like it. MJB has been done by the Alpine duo. He caught up to these 2 very, very quickly, and he's beginning to fall off a little bit as the Max Tier goes round the outside of Parabolica, gets a bit of a push, and that does keep him behind the Aston Martin of MJB. The Aston Martin teammate is Skull. He isn't here today. The only driver that isn't here, apart from 20, but he has been replaced. No, not 20, Bubba. He's been replaced. The Aston Martin is here alone. He goes towards the inside. Lap 20, turn 1. MJB on the inside. Action we've seen between these 2 for a couple laps. A little bit of tyre banging. MJB doesn't take that too heart, I believe, as he looks like he's going to go again through turn 3, round the outside. He doesn't care about that little tyre banging because he knows he's going to get this position anyway by the looks of it. In towards turn 4, it's very close. We go off board as we watch the Aston Martin ahead by turn 4. MJB once again showing his class. Jens was a little bit of a skid there as well. Up ahead, there is a 1-2 from McLaren at the moment, visually. Humph will get that position due to the severity of your boy Hobnob's 10-second time penalty. That 10 seconds will put him down to P6 behind Nivi, and Nivi is currently behind George Gamer. So we're going to quickly see George Gamer probably get overtaken by Nivi, because Nivi is quick, and George Gamer's been on a very hard, worn tyre with wing damage. So, you know, Nivi's got a little bit of an advantage in this current part of the race. Does George Gamer put in spits? No. It looked like he was for a second as Humph gets into P2 again. Nivi to the outside. George isn't going to fight this too hard. He knows this current situation, and Nivi is past. Will Nivi be able to hunt down the Kicksauber of Raceborough? What's his gap? 2.7? Possibly. If Raceborough makes a mistake... Raceborough doesn't make mistakes because it's Raceborough, and Raceborough is a very, very quick driver. Inconsistent. But if he does, Nivi will be back into this race towards the P4 fight. Obviously, P5 is still a very, very good result for the London man. He's got the Luton man behind him, though, so the 2 Brits, nice and close together. Boomba is currently, I believe, on for the race win, which is, you know, I don't want to say it's surprising, because he has won 2 times before, and he can do it again. We know he can do it again, because he's done it. If he can do it before, he can do it again. So, yeah, I trust Boomba to be able to get this win here today. That is just down to if Humph and your boy Hobnob can't close up, and they are very, very much closing up. There is a 6-second gap with 6 laps remaining. They're gaining about a second a lap. So it is a huge, huge, huge advantage each lap. But the penalties is what is going to do these. 20 to 3-second time penalty. He's got a lot of 3-second time penalties around him, so it's not going to bother him too much. Up ahead, I did see a position change. I'm not sure who that was. I think that was your boy Hobnob and Hump switching once again. Obviously, I missed it, but there we go. We're going to want to look at Jens again. He has lost out to MJB. Will Maxia get past Jens? No, he will not. He stays behind. Alpine Duo doing fairly well today at the moment, though, I would say. Red Bull recovering, and the Red Bull of Banana just goes past Dino Stand. So Dino Stand down to P12. The last point scoring position here in CLR is given to Dino Stand. So the wooden spoon, once again, is being fought for quite hard. once again, as we see most weeks, week in or week out, there is always action for that wooden spoon. We want to see the points getting handed out to as many different drivers as possible, and we're seeing them once again today. Obviously, you have your normal top 5, 6, 7. We see these names a lot, and then we like to see quite a bit of a change, and we do see a lot of change at the back of the pack quite often. For now, though, Alpine Giro switching, MJB, no, not MJB. Max here has got past Jens, and that is just a little switch. Jens didn't put up too much of a fight. Obviously, there's no need. With his teammate going past, what is the need to give that much of a fight? Ellie was the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 21 flat. Very, very quick from her. She'll be happy with that. Very impressive. As, yeah, that is Ellie there. We're looking at Boomba, and that is Ellie just pulling away from the race leader, but she is a lap down, so she isn't actually in P1. I'm sure she would love to be P1, but she's actually P15, 1 lap behind. She's on lap 22, Boomba's on lap 23. Humph and your boy Hobnob, though, they are very, very much closing back up as Jens and Max here switch once again. And Dino Stan and Banana also switch once again. It's just DRS switching. As we did predict at the start of this race, it will happen a lot. It is happening a lot. But these two are closing a lot quicker than they were on Boomba now. As there is a yellow flag, and I believe that is Ellie. Yeah, Ellie has caused a yellow flag through Lesmo 2, which I believe is turn 7. Correct me if I'm wrong. But she's caused a yellow flag, and that has given Boomer a bit of breathing space, which he is probably happy to have once again. But he doesn't have it for much longer, because your boy Hobnob and Humph, 3.4, 3.3, now nearly 3.2 seconds away, as Gio gets another 10-second penalty, speaking of the pit lane. I think he served one, and now he's got another one. But there we go. I think he might retire, or he's going to go for a fastest lap attempt, which I wouldn't be surprised to try and bring it off of Ellie, but he will be overtaken by Ellie. So yeah, Jo had a lot of action ahead of him on these last remaining 3 laps. We have 3 laps remaining here. This race has flown by. Lap 24 of 27. Boomba will beginning to be worrying and looking in those rear view mirrors currently now. Behind is beginning to spread out. It's pretty much 3 seconds, nearly 4 seconds between everyone. Jens and Max here, though, the 2 drivers in the Alpine car, switching once again, as we have seen a lot. And yeah, they're going hammer and song. And again, the Banana and Dino Stand switching once again, as you hear a pop of that engine. That was a big pop. Not a very nice pop to hear from a car. Doesn't sound healthy at all, but there we go. I don't know which car it is. I believe it's the Red Bull, because I think the Red Bull has a very poppy gearbox. But behind, I just want to try and find some interesting action for you to see. And I think the action that everyone wants to see and everyone wants to know about is between Humph and Boomba. Captain as well. Even though there's penalties involved, and it will probably cause as a 3-second time penalty for Furious Happy, as we do bring up penalties, so commentators curse, sorry for that, Furious Happy. But even though there's penalties involved, I think this last 3 laps is going to be very, 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 very exciting. They're going to fight to the end as Banana gets free. I need to stop talking about penalties. Everyone's getting penalties. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry, my guys and girls. I will stop talking about penalties and talk about something else, because you are clearly getting the penalties when I talk about them. So we'll move on to talk about MJB. No, this is Max Tier, not MJB. We're going to talk about Max Tier and Jens going to switch once again by the looks of it. Max Tier, DRS, doesn't need to give too much DRS. He's quicker than Jens anyway. Well, we all know that, don't we? Don't we, Jens? Anyway, Dino Stan also gets past Banana. These duo of Dino Stan and Max Tier, no. Dino Stan and Jens, no. Been a long day, hasn't it? Max Tier and Jens been fighting. Dino Stan and Banana have been switching and fighting since the safety car, really. The virtual safety car. So yeah, very close. But the interesting bit that I wanted to see earlier on in this race, which has now happened, is your boy Hobnob and Humph have indeed closed up to the lead McLaren. What nationality is your boy Hobnob? I think he's British. Let's have a quick look. I don't wanna get it wrong. The Britannian of your boy Hobnob, he is. So we got a Brit. We have a Humph. I don't know what Humph is. Also Brit. We got 2 Brits and a Polish man fighting out for the podium position. There is also a race bro, the Dutchman. He's also well and truly involved if there's action, but towards the penultimate lap that we are heading into now, Boomba has been done by his teammate and also Humph. So Boomba is down to P3, putting the 2 Brits into 1-2 here in Monza in the penultimate lap. With penalties, though, with the penalties, Boomba could still well and truly win this race here today. This is the interesting bit. Will we see it? There is someone in the pit lane. I believe that is Ellie going for a soft tyre. It is. So Ellie's on for a soft tyre to try and go for the fastest lap, which I believe she still holds. We will just have a look. She does. Yep. GAO went for it. He didn't improve and do any better. It's Banana switches and obviously Max Deer switches of Jeds. So the two that I spoke about earlier and kept on butchering their names and getting them the wrong way round are still switching. But these two, Dino Stan and Banana, still for the wooden spoon, side by side through turn 3, flying down towards turn 4. Dino Stan with that a little bit of advantage and now ahead. Up ahead, your boy Hobnob and Humph have nearly pulled that second gap, but they haven't actually pulled the gap. And your boy Hobnob is currently the lead driver with Humph, but Boomba is there. Boomba is going to have DRS here, which pretty much conceals his win. If he doesn't lose 3 seconds through the final lap, which they're going on to in a couple of seconds' time, he will win this race on penalties, which isn't the way he wants to do it, but he won't mind. If a win's a win at the end of the day, as yeah, he does have DRS. There's a switch. Humph is now ahead of your boy Hobnob. That is Boomba, if you didn't know. I will put it to leader. No, yeah, I will put it to leader. So your boy Hobnob will still go down, only behind Nivy. So it's only P5 now at the moment that he'll fall down to. MJB, P6. George Gamer has actually managed to keep that car at P7 with the wing damage and the very worn tyres now. Jens hasn't managed to close up. Neither has Max here. So the grid hasn't changed too much as Ellie has DRS and is going for that fastest lap attempt as she is absolutely flying on these softs. This is her one and only attempt to get the fastest lap. But right now, this is what we want to see. The final lap of this race in towards the final sector at the end of this straight. Humph will probably come across the line as your CLR round 6 race winner. But on the penalties, your race winner, well, that's a pause menu, will probably end up to be Boomba as we're going to watch these three bring it towards the end of this race. Humph moving to the left. There, we'll side on the right, moves to the left. He wants to win this race on track as we're going to go through Parabolica now for the final time here in round 6. Humph will be your race winner on track as we see him come across the line. Jens goes a 3-second time penalty at the end of this race. But on the penalties, Boomba, 3-time race winner in CLR now for Thursday tier. Congratulations, Boomba. Good result from you. Humph brings that car back into P2. Race Brower, P3. Nivy, P4. Boomba on penalty. Nope. Captain on penalties down to P5. P6, you get MJB. P7, a huge congratulations to George Gamer. Probably my driver of the day for struggling that hard this all race. Continues to say P7. Max Tier and Jens come across the line for P8 and 9. 20, P10. Dino Stan is past Banana. What was the gap between these two? Oh, it was a penalty anyway. But very close. Banana does win on track. Dino Stan with the penalty stays ahead. Curious Happy P13. Jo, Ellie and Lucas will round off the end of your grid. Psycho Lemmy, Reggie and Camilu are your retirees. But as we go to the podium, I will introduce to you a new thing we are doing in CLR from now on. I hope it works. I haven't tested it, but as Boomba is our race winner here in round 6, you will listen to the Polish national anthem. But yeah, I will cut that short as that is now the end of your podium celebrations. Boomba winning the race, the Polish man in the McLaren. Humph P2, Race Pro, Nivy, your boy Hobnob, MJB, George Gamer, Max Tier Jens, 20, Dino Stan, Banana, Appy, Geo, Ellie, Lucas, Lemmy, Reg, Camilu rounds off your grid. So that is round 6 of CLR well and truly over then. Boomba with the win once again. Ellie does end up getting the fastest lap of this race. Won't count though because she didn't end up in a point scoring position, but that does round off CLR round 6. So I hope you enjoyed. Obviously Reg was in chat towards the end saying chanting on George. as he retired right at the beginning. So unlucky to Reg. Unlucky to drivers, also Lucas, that disconnected right at the start. But I think FA will have quite a busy evening tonight. But for you, enjoy the rest of your evening and the rest of your week. And we will see you tomorrow with CLR Friday with George Gamer. I believe we are at Imola, just down the road from Monza. And let's have a quick check on the CLR Discord. Yeah, we are at Imola. So we will see you next week at Imola. Next week, we'll see you tomorrow at Imola. Next week, we will see you for CLR Thursday at Saudi Arabia. So down in the Middle East, we will see you next week. Hopefully, we'll have the same action as we had here tonight. Obviously, if you want to join in with the racing action, join in the Twitch bio. You can have a look at the CLR Discord, and you can also have a look at the CLR TikTok as well, so you can catch up with any highlights that happened throughout this race. But that has been me for CLR Thursday. We will see you tomorrow night for CLR Friday. Thank you.